Thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit and learn a little about term policies and how they can help you. You caught me at a good time. I actually just finished up some extensive paperwork with another family who came in earlier. We were sitting right where you are, and it was a powerful moment helping them protect what matters most. It's a constant reminder of why this work is so vital. Did you know that in 2026, the landscape of insurance has shifted so dramatically that a healthy 35-year-old non-smoker can now secure $500,000 of term life coverage for as little as $20 to $50 a month? Let that sink in for a moment. That is frequently less than what many people spend on streaming subscriptions or those convenient but costly daily coffee runs. Today, in this comprehensive masterclass, we are going to dive deep into the mechanics and the why behind these numbers. We'll cover exactly what term life is at its core, why it remains the absolute top choice for families today, how to calculate exactly how much coverage you need in today's economy, the common myths that lead to costly mistakes, and real-time pricing for 2026. Whether you are a young parent, a small business owner, or simply someone starting to prioritize financial protection, stay with me. By the end, I'll show you exactly how to get your own personalized quote. Let's jump right in. It's about more than just numbers on a page. It's about the security of your family's future. You know, when I started in this industry, the way we talked about insurance was very different. Today, it's about empowerment and taking control of your financial destiny. So let's dive into the core of how this all works. Let's start with the basics, and I mean really deep into the foundation. Term life insurance is what we call pure protection. Unlike permanent policies that try to act as both an investment and insurance, term life is built for one specific powerful job, a safety net. It provides a defined benefit for a defined period, usually 10, 15, 20, 25, or 30 years. In 2026, we're seeing a lot more people opting for that 30-year term to align with their mortgage. Think about your family's timeline. Are you protecting a brand new 30-year home loan? Are you raising a newborn who will need your financial support for at least the next 2 decades? This flexibility is why term life is the backbone of most solid financial plans. The mechanics are simple. You pay a fixed monthly or annual premium that stays exactly the same for the entire life of the term. This predictability is huge for your long-term budgeting. You can plan your long-term wealth building with total certainty. If the unthinkable happens and you pass away during that window, your beneficiaries receive a tax-free death benefit. This isn't just a generic payout. It's the ability to pay off the house, ensure the kids can still go to their dream college, and replace your income for years to come. In 2026, we're seeing these benefits being used not just for survival, but for thriving. It's about legacy. Because it doesn't have the overhead of a cash value component, it remains the most cost-effective way to get the high levels of coverage your family truly needs. It's simple, it's direct, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. You've probably seen the ads or had agents try to sell you whole life or universal life. In 2026, the marketing is flashier than ever, but the math for the average family remains clear. Term insurance gives you the maximum coverage for the minimum cost during the years you are most vulnerable. Those are the years you're paying off a home, raising children, and trying to build your own retirement savings. For instance, a 35-year-old couple might need $1 million in coverage to feel truly safe. To get $1 million in whole life coverage, you might be looking at a premium that is 5, 6, or even 10 times higher than a term policy. Why? Because you're paying for a savings component that often grows slower than the broader market. I like to tell my clients, buy term and invest the difference. Use that extra money you save on premiums to fund your 401k or your IRA. It gives you more control over your money. Why let a large insurance company decide how to invest your hard-earned dollars when you can do it yourself? Especially with the modern tools and apps we have today, managing your own investments has never been easier. Term life is like renting protection during your peak risk years. It's efficient, it's targeted, and most importantly, modern policies allow you to convert to permanent coverage later on without a medical exam if your health declines. It's the ultimate hedge against uncertainty, giving you the best of both worlds, immediate high coverage and long-term flexibility. One thing that's changed massively in 2026 is the rise of living benefits. In the old days, life insurance only paid out if you died. Today, many term policies include riders that allow you to access your death benefit while you're still alive if you are diagnosed with a chronic, critical, or terminal illness. Imagine being diagnosed with a serious condition and being able to pull $100,000 from your policy to pay for experimental treatment or to cover your mortgage while you can't work. That is a game changer for many families. Think about that: experimental treatment, home modifications, or even just a bucket list trip with your family during a difficult time. These are the human stories that make term life so much more than a contract. It's a promise that you'll be taken care of no matter what life throws your way. We also have waiver of premium riders. If you become disabled and can't work, the insurance company actually pays your premiums for you so you don't lose your coverage when you need it most. It's a double safety net. There's also the accidental death rider, which provides an extra payout if your passing is due to an accident. When we build your policy, we don't just look at the death benefit. We look at these layers of protection that provide security for you while you're still here. It's about more than just a payout. It's about a comprehensive strategy for the what-ifs of life. These modern writers have truly modernized term life insurance into a versatile financial tool that protects you both in life and in the worst case scenarios. So, how do we find your number? In a 2026 economy with shifting inflation, a simple guess isn't enough. We use a formula I call the life map. First, we look at income replacement. If you make $100,000 a year, your family would likely need at least 10 to 15 years of that replaced. That's $1.5 million right there. Next, we add in your liabilities. Do you have a $400,000 mortgage, $30,000 in car loans, $20,000 in credit card debt? We add all of that to the total. Then we look at the future. If you want 2 kids to go to a 4-year university, you might need to set aside an additional $200,000 to $300,000 based on projected costs. Finally, we subtract any current assets you have, like existing insurance or large savings accounts. The final number, often between 1.5 million and 2 million for many families, is what you need to ensure your spouse and children can stay in their home and pursue their dreams without you. It sounds like a lot, but as we've seen, the cost to protect that $1 million plus legacy is incredibly low if you act while you're healthy. We take the time to get this number right because it's the most important number in your financial life. If you're $500,000 short, that's a huge gap for your spouse to fill. Let's make sure that gap doesn't exist. Let's make sure it's accurate and reflects your real world needs. Let's talk about what this actually costs you today. The market in 2026 is highly digital and highly competitive. For a healthy non-smoker, a 35-year-old male might pay $35 a month for $500,000 in coverage. A female of the same age might be closer to $25. Even for a $1 million policy, you might only be looking at $50 to $70 a month. That is a small price for total peace of mind. Now, let's bust the myths. Myth number 1, I have coverage through work, so I'm fine. The truth? Work coverage is rarely enough. Usually only 1 or 2 times your salary, and it almost never follows you if you change jobs. You need a policy you own and control. Myth number 2, I have to wait for a medical exam. Not anymore. In 2026, accelerated underwriting allows many people to get approved in under 24 hours using just their digital health records. No needles, no house visits. Myth number 3, I'm too young to worry about this. Actually, your 20s and 30s are the best time to lock in a 30-year rate that will never go up, even if your health changes later. One more myth I hear often is that you don't need insurance if you're single. But what about your parents, or your business partner, or your siblings? If anyone depends on you or your income, you need coverage. The younger you are, the lower the cost, and the higher the value you get over the long haul. Let's get ahead of the curve. Before we wrap up, I want to address the top 3 questions I get asked every single week. Question 1. What if I lose my job? Most policies have a grace period, and some even have riders that help keep the policy active during unemployment. Question 2. Can I have more than one policy? Absolutely. Many people layer or ladder policies to match different debt durations. And question 3. Is the payout really tax-free? Yes, in almost every scenario in the US, the death benefit goes to your family without the IRS taking a single dime. This is one of the most powerful tax advantages in the financial world. It ensures that the full amount you planned for is actually the amount they receive. In summary, term life insurance is the most smart, affordable, and flexible tool in your financial toolkit. It's the foundation that allows you to take risks in other areas of your life, knowing your family is safe. If you've been putting this off, I want to encourage you to take that first step today. It takes less time than you think to get a clear picture of your needs. I've opened up my calendar for free 15-minute discovery calls where we can look at your unique situation and get you real personalized quotes. No pressure and no sales pitch, just professional advice to help you protect what matters. You'll find the link to book that call in the description below. If this masterclass helped you understand your options better today, please hit that like button, subscribe for more insurance and financial tips, and share this video with a friend or family member who needs to hear this message. Your support helps us reach more families who need this protection. Thank you so much for your time today. And remember, the best time to protect your family's future was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. Don't wait until tomorrow for something as important as this. Thank you for your trust, and I look forward to helping you build a more secure future for the ones you love. I'll see you in the next video. Protect what matters.